to where you need to be. You see, some of us are still stuck on the fact that, wow, if I knew then what I know now, I would have did that a different way. Some of us are still stuck on, boy, if I know they were going to be like that, I would not have hung around them at all. Boy, some of us still stuck at, wow, if I knew she was going to wear that dress to the church, I wouldn't have worn mine. Some of us are still stuck on the simple fact of living in 2015. And so God is simply trying to tell you that he is a God of living waters. He's a God that can take you out of anything and put you into something new. God is simply trying to say that the way that he has designed you, he has designed and nobody else. And so he's simply trying to tell us today, he says, look, the same things, the same trouble that you had in 2015, you should not have that in 2016. He's saying that the fact is that every day that you wake up, that something should be new. As a matter of fact, the word tells me that if I'm a new creature, that the old things are passed away. And so some of us are maybe not ready yet to be a new creature because we're still holding on to the things of the past. And so simply, God is simply saying today, he's saying some of us are still standing in stuff or hanging in things that we no longer need to hang into. And so today, he's trying to give us a word to get you out of the situation that you have placed yourself into. I know that word sounds a little funny when you say the word, the situation that you have placed yourself into. You see, a lot of us right now, we're not taking our blame for the things that went wrong in 2015. You see, and so that's one of the reasons why we can't transfer over to 2016, because we're still in the blame game. Anybody ever been in the blame game? Well, I know how the blame game works. I don't have to look deeply and evaluate myself as long as I can look at you and put stuff on you. As long as I can put it on you, then I can continue to walk around like nothing's going on and I'm the best that ever been. And so I don't have to be concerned about the little people. What's keeping you at the pool today? What's keeping you at the point that you just cannot move in the right direction? I don't know about you, but God has simply showed me. He says, look, he said, in order for you to be able to move in the right direction, he said, there's some things that you have to understand. Well, he said the first thing that you have to understand is that God is still in control. Anybody realize that God is still in control? Yeah. Or anybody that's sitting before me, you think that you control all of this? As a matter of fact, if you think you're in control, just answer this simple question. God, the text, the word asks the question, where were you when I formed the heavens and the earth? Where were you? Where were you when I made the universe? Where were you when I put together the molecules and the atoms and the neutrons to build you? Where were you? Yeah. Yeah, see, a lot of us are still stuck. I remember as a kid in junior high, for you new kids today that's in middle school, they call it middle school today. But see, back in middle school, we used to call it SOS. I'm kind of glad we don't do that anymore because we need to get rid of one of those words. But we said, anybody recall that SOS? See, when people in transition, we used to say they were stuck on stupid. Amen? They were SOS.